If all of the kings had their queens on the throne, we would pop champagne and raise a toast. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, and I promise I'll update that soon. I'm here today with a Earth 2 update video. Thank you so much for Guidebook Gaming for shouting me out yesterday on your stream. Turning this around, referral code down below. That means the world. Again, I put all this information out for free. I literally ran myself ragged doing everything for you guys. I promise not to do that again, where I don't leave you all for a week. Apparently, you guys do not take kindly to that. Also, I'm going to try to keep these down to under 20 minutes because I feel like anything over that will be really, really long. So between 10 and 20 minutes. Hopefully, this one's a little shorter. And yeah, let's get to it. I paid 170 US dollars into this game and have only gained 26 US dollars. What is wrong? Please explain. Okay, so this comes from a user that watched my video yesterday. You do the math. Before I even... The first thing I responded was, okay, I did the math. $170, but you made $26. That's 15% gain. This came out in November. So you made 15% in 2 months. That is absolutely bananas. Ridiculous. Even though, again, I'm just assuming that, because the earliest he could have bought was in November. You have people on Wall Street that would love to have 15% a year. Now this year, or 2020 was a little bit, for those of you that don't know, a little bit more up and down and hectic, but a lot easier to make money. When the market crashes 30, 40%, or 50%, if you can't make 20% off of that correction, buying the dip, you just can't make money. What did Varric say in Avatar, Legend of Korra? Like, if you can't make money during a war, then you just simply can't make money. Same thing with that. So that's a little different. Don't use 2020 as a year saying, oh, well, my friend made 60%. Yeah, everyone did. That's just, I made 120%. But on an average year, you're only making between 9 and 11% on the stock market. That's if you buy, ETF funds. Getting 15% on 2 months is redonkulous. It's bananas. Now, I know what you're saying, like, oh, I've seen people have bought in and made 10x their money. Yes, that is true. That is 100% true. Some people made even more than that. But just because this is slowing down temporarily doesn't mean that it's still a bad investment. Doesn't mean that, like... and also, when I asked, like, when did you buy these tiles? He's like, oh, I bought them 5 days ago. You're complaining about making 15% in 5 days. Oh my god. Alright, so this brings me to another point where some people that is very new, very green, is that, they buy things expected to go up right away. That does not happen. Does not happen in classic investments, doesn't even happen in Pokemon. In this, I guess, it does, because there's always such an influx of money coming in. There's a lot more people buying and investing than there are selling. And again, this is just with 60,000 new signups last week, which is great. It's fantastic, but it's a lot. And then we had Keemstar. Anyone knows who Keemstar is, or Keem? I don't know. Apparently, he's pretty big on Twitter. He's a social media guy. Got about 2.8 million followers, and he tweeted this morning, about an hour, 2 hours ago, said, Earth2IO, he shouted out on Twitter, says, DM me. Okay, all right, got someone that he's interested in. Now, out of his 2.8 million followers, I think because it was a couple hours ago, only like a couple hundred people saw it. I had a few retweets, maybe like 100 reacts, and I commented one of my videos on there. But this is one of the first bigger social media presences that we find that is showing interest in the game. So one of many, big social media star, be prepared, because if he enjoys this, he likes this, he's going to tell everyone. And I know 2.8 million people is not everyone, but out of those 2.8 million people, he definitely has a couple of people that are also big influencers. So be prepared. The cryptocurrency thing, the cryptocurrency the devs make will it be tied to the dollar or will it have its own value? Oh, this is a good one. Okay, so as far as being tied to the dollar, there's another game called Entropia that has this, where it doesn't matter what the internal economy is. It doesn't matter what happens to the dollar. 10 cents, I think, or 10 cents is one credit in the game. So $1 is 10 credits in the game. And it will never be anything outside of that. But with a crypto, that's independently, the worth is not attached to another currency like the dollar that can be devalued every single year because the Federal Reserve prints money. What they can do is they could make their own cryptocurrency and have it tied to the in-game economy, which is a lot more risky, but it could pay off a lot more. Could definitely pay off a lot. And see, I don't know what they would do, because having its own value, again, will be tied to the in-game currency, which is great if it's completely independent. But if you have, that's going to be very, very weird. They have transaction fees, like they're going to have, like from PayPal, when you have, say, oh, I'm going to send my money to my friend Lilith in Austria, but now it's got to be converted to euro, and PayPal takes a little bit. I think that might happen, a conversion fee, something like that. Again, no one knows for sure. It could be tied to the dollar, which that's the safe way to play it. Then you would just be, okay, one conversion thing, you don't need to charge a fee. Because if you do something that changes every day, oh, well, today it's, $1 is one credit, but then the next, tomorrow, now $1 is 5 credits. Cool. Then the next day, oh, I bought it was $1 5 credits. Now it's $1 doesn't get me a full credit. That could be that some people would not like that. So I'll keep you guys posted. I don't know. Is it a good idea to buy Class 4 tiles in USA now? Yes and no. Depends if you're looking short term or long term. Short term, I would say no, because you don't. I mean, yeah, the short term, you're not going to get any land tax, but the value will still go up because other people are still buying, even at $38 a tile. But long term, I would say yes, because it's in America, and I think these prices are cheap compared to what they can be in a year, especially if you have a good idea on how to make, especially the location. If it's in New York City, if it's around everything else, it's perfect. I think if it's in like the middle of Indiana or somewhere, maybe not. If you have a good idea and you advertise it and say like, okay, this this is going to be the pinnacle. I'm going to recreate that Sandusky, Ohio, that giant roller coaster that they have. Yeah, you could have something like that there in the middle of nowhere, and it could be great. Yeah, $30 a tile, nothing compared to what you can make. But it's just going to be a little bit harder. Again, just my opinion. If I had the choice, I would try to. I think I'm pretty creative, so I would buy in the middle of nowhere, not in America, somewhere else, and just try to make something there. I already have a bunch of tiles in America. Maybe I'll get more. I don't know. Will I make my own guild? So right now there's Earth2IO Meta on Reddit. There's Game Guidebook Gaming, Silent Hunters Project, Alpha Kingdom. There's all of these amazing places right now. I don't want to step on any of their toes. And also with Guidebook Gaming, again, they do giveaways. They buy land and then they give it away every single stream. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's insane. I just don't know if I could do that right now. I'll get one day I will. Right now it's going to be a hard pass, hard no. I cannot make my own guild. I do not have time. Because if I'm going to do that, if I'm going to take that step and say, okay, this is the real Randy Chavez guild, come my children, I'm going to want to dedicate so much time into it, large plots of land everywhere, where I don't know how I'd do it, have different chapters of it. I would just dedicate a lot of time to it. I don't have time for that right now. Maybe if YouTube takes off, in like a year or something, and I don't have to do like the 2 other businesses, but I'll keep you all posted. N7XON, or Nixon, asks, do you think it's worth selling 1 to 2 tiles I have bought? Some people say it may be useless. All right, I'm not understanding the set for the last part. I mean, do you only have 1 to 2 tiles? Do you have this question varies because if you have a couple hundred tiles, selling 1 to 2, yeah, that's fine. You know, especially if you want to reinvest. You know, if you bought down here and you're selling up here, and then you want to buy somewhere over here that's a little lower, yeah, that's perfectly fine. I don't know why some people say it may be useless. It's a little weird. What if someone remade the Titanic? Oh my god! All right, so Stilo Mac. This guy has been a subscriber since my early Pokemon Tesla days. Okay, so yes, so you remade the Titanic. Basically, you can have activities on board, like saying, okay, you could have mini games, almost like a cruise, like a festival, like a carnival. There, you know, shooting the water at the targets, have big bear prizes for your girlfriend, and yeah, on board. And then I thought it would be funny if instead of hitting an actual iceberg, you hit iceberg lettuce, like a giant thing of iceberg lettuce. If you could create it, why the hell not? I think that'd be great. And then make the escape a mini game. Like make escaping like those escape rooms that they have. Like just that would be so cool. I would totally go on that. I would go on that multiple times, especially if there's like those books. Say like, oh, does he go right or does he go left? Go to page 89 if he goes right. Page 63 if he goes left. Oh, everyone press F in the chat to pay respects to those Goosebump books that we just never finished. Yeah, I think that those would be really cool. That'd be amazing. Great idea, Steel Mac. Can we make a company in-game that makes money? Of course. I'm going to make... I'm making a separate company in real life for the game and for YouTube, but I also will try to make a couple of companies in the game. That's what you have in Second Life, so you have in Entropia. Like, if you have a good idea and people are willing to pay you for it, yeah, go nuts. Go crazy. And then attention. Attention is very undervalued. A lot of people do not recognize it. Even the big Fortune 500 companies do not know. Old people do not know. They don't understand. They're like, back when I was younger, old people didn't understand MySpace. And they didn't understand Facebook. Back in the day, Facebook was only for college kids, which I was not one of them. But I have to go soon. But old people just don't understand the new things. Like, old people don't understand. They have Facebook now, but they don't understand WhatsApp. They don't understand Signal. Don't understand TikTok, Instagram maybe, but not really. Yeah, the attention that you get with younger people, and right now, not too many teens are into Earth 2.io. It hasn't made it there yet. Maybe it will at Keemstar. But attention is very undervalued. That's why I'm putting so much money into this. As soon as I'm able to move and get paid off that card, yeah, in the next month, I'm going ham. I'm going crazy. I love you guys. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. I'll see you all later. Goodbye.